Well, all right, quite the end of the half for the Falcons against the 49ers. Let's pause it right here to set the stage. So there's 17 seconds left. The Falcons were able to get a big play to get into field goal range, but they're out of timeouts right here. Obviously, that's fine. They're going to try and see if they can get a touchdown with a couple plays left because, hey, why not, right? But ultimately, what you can't do is get tackled inbounds. So Penix is going to take the snap, and again, I'm going to pause it in just a second right here. You see that he doesn't love what he sees down the field, and really, this is just a young player mistake. What you have to do in these situations is you have to know immediately if the play doesn't work, throw the football away. You can't try and wait a little bit too long. At this point, if you don't love what you see, throw it over everyone's head in the end zone. Get an incomplete pass, or you have a check down towards the bottom of the screen. Just throw it at the foot of that player. Get the incomplete pass and move on. Instead, you see he's going to try and get outside the tackle box, but he does not do it. And so right there is where the ball is. Here's where things get interesting because you see on the clock, there's 11 seconds left. The rule is the second the ball hits something, that is when the play is over. It's not once it goes out of bounds. It's once it hits something out of bounds. And I know it's really hard to see the ball in the way this camera angle happens to look, so I'll try and slow it down to make it as clear as possible. I believe now, again, slowing it down, I believe that is when it hits the ground. It does say 10 seconds left. I'm surprised they didn't take a closer look at this because had it been 11 seconds, that does change things. That makes it a 10-second runoff. They still get a chance to try for a field goal. So surprised that there wasn't a closer look, but ultimately that was considered enough. And either way, a mistake by Penix, which results because even if it was 11 seconds, it was getting away with a mistake because it would have been very close. Ultimately results in 0 points for the Falcons. And because I also should mention, in one frame, it is, about to hit the ground. In the next frame, it is bouncing off of the ground. There isn't like an exact frame where it hits the ground, of course, because it happens so fast. So it is possible that, a couple frames before, it still was 10 seconds. So I do believe that it was 10 seconds prior to it. But it was very close.